Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Live from the Sword Coast podcast. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master today. Today, we are continuing on with our ongoing campaign playing Jeff Tulanian's, sorry, I'm just kind of multitasking here at the same time, Jeff Tulanian's very awesome, Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. This is the campaign that we are calling Thuleborg Tales. And the reason it's called Thuleborg Tales is because they are tales set in and around the city of Thuleborg, the largest colony on the continent of Tula. And with me today are the stars of the Tales of Thuleborg campaign. We've got some new faces. We got some returning faces. I'll go through in the order I've got you guys here, left to right. Why don't you give us a quick intro? Who are you? And who are you playing? So first up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen Walker, and I'm on here all the time now, apparently, which is great. Playing Gwythnod. He's a barbarian. He has 6 hand axes and a fur loincloth, and nothing else, but he's going to get some treasure.
So he is a teenager's character from 1983.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Awesome. All right, next up is Colin.
Yeah, I'm Colin Green, aka Spikebit, and today I am going to be playing Nicomedes, the Lawgiver. He is a Cimmerian male cataphract, pretty much armed to the teeth, but a fairly steady fella, maybe a little bit stern, perhaps.
Nice. So for those listening at home who may not be familiar with Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea, a cataphract is effectively a cavalier. In this edition. So, and next up is Bodo.
Hello, my name is Bodo. I'm playing a bard for today, and I try to encourage the party.
Nice. Next up is Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Queequeg. She's an Eskimo witch, or Kellett Bride as she prefers, and she's gonna passionate love affair with a skull. So.
Nice. And last but not least is Jonathan.
Hey y'all, I'm Jonathan. I'm playing Velicatos. He is a withdrawn and kind of a, stern shaman, and he's going to try and keep everybody alive and trap the enemies in his webs of vines or whatnot.
Outstanding. Okay, so maybe let's do a bit of a flashback here, guys. We'll go to, boom, here we go. The lair behind the waterfall. From last time. Ooh! Random encounter with a dog. All right, Amy. Hey, sweetie. Hold on. What I'll do is let's see here. I'm gonna put. Where's Hobbs' character?
All the enemies. Where's everyone?
You know what I'll do? Hold up. Just your characters are not there, guys, but just so that you're not just staring at a black screen.
Yeah,
I've got my character. I'm moving around.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. Let's see here, Gwydon and Nicomedes.
It's all black to me.
Here, I got you guys. There we go.
Here we go.
Hey guys.
Where am I?
Oh, there we go. I was just not zoomed out enough.
Okay, so there's everything. So again, like you guys aren't there, but just can you guys see on the map now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, where we last left our heroes, what do you guys recall from last time?
Death and destruction, slaying of our enemies, and lamentations of the women.
That's true.
Exactly.
Well, we were given a task to go retrieve a journal from some Ixians behind a waterfall.
Yeah.
And a cave behind a waterfall, and then we basically did that. We got the journal, and I don't think they wanted us to read it, but we're going to do that anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So
who was her employer again? I can't remember.
It was you're not sure which who this person worked for, but he introduced himself as Manning.
Okay.
And from the way he was dressed, you think that he's part of some kind of highfalutin, no, he's likely either part of what's his name, Thurman's clan, the kind of ruling clan that Norse clan that controls Thuleborg, or he is, an allied member of an allied clan. The only thing, he had offered to pay you 1,200 GP to retrieve that thing.
And there was a closed door, I think, in this dungeon. We couldn't open so far. Correct?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that was where, over here, guys?
That was. Was that where our? Yeah, I think you're.
In this house.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's. Let's double check the adventure.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. I've mentioned this before, but I mean, man, one of the things I just love about these things is being able to use all these old AD&D things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's so great. Like, I seriously can't wait to kill you guys with a bulle. Oh.
No.
Yes, I think that's the room you did not, open yet. And I think the reason you guys chose not to open is because there was some kind of arcane markings that were on there.
Yeah, that was it. Head over there now.
Okay, so go ahead and move yourselves over there, guys.
I think it was down.
It was down to here, if I recall.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So how are you going to get the door open? What do you think? You're going to yank it? You're going to smash it? You're going to... Has anyone got any spells left to get this thing open?
I don't think I do.
I have a spell left, but I don't think Fairy Fire is going to work.
Someone slide?
Let's do it. Doesn't somebody have a knock spell or something?
I don't think so. I mean, Gregor can beat the shit out of it, probably.
Yeah, I don't think any of my spells are going to roll, other than maybe Detect Illusion, but I don't think that's going to help much of it.
Okay.
No. Nope.
Okay. So then, does anyone have any chopping implements? Any axes?
Somebody has like 6 axes, if I recall correctly.
That character is not
around here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I do have a familiar. I have a fox.
I have hand axes.
Yeah, I think between you and I don't think Gregor has axes. He has spears.
Well, I suppose using one hand axe is fine. I have 2, so.
Yeah. So I mean, if you guys, why don't you do this? Pick one of you guys to make a strength feat, please.
Okay.
Actually, Gregor might be your best bet because fighters get a plus 8% to their
I'll
feat.
assist. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see if Gregor can pull this off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. How do you do? Success. Oh man, my dice rolls are finally going in your favor, guys. So he gets up there and muscles straining back, kind of and he pulls the door, bam, and it opens up. And Nicomedes and Gwydon, the door is thrown open, and you guys can see standing before you a collection of I guess men and women that you've never seen before, and they are very different from how your captors looked. Because you see, you guys had been captured by Ixians while working on a caravan. You guys had been employed. One of the things that the Thuleborg pays is people to cover people for caravan duty. And you guys were set upon, captured, and you've been in here captured by Ixians, the dusky-skinned, dark-eyed, dark-haired people. And they've been promising all sorts of horrible shit to you. In particular, there was one sorcerer, a pyromancer, who has been doing, taking, perverse pleasure in torturing you with fire. And it's, sorcerer's arts, to the point where you guys are each at 1 hit point. They've been keeping you starved and beaten. But these are not Ixians. The door that is cast open, it's the people you can see on those. I'm not sure if you can zoom in there. Scooch here. There we go. It's as they see in the token. There's a Eskimo woman. There's a unusual looking man with a floppy hat. There's a Velikatos. What ethnicity is he?
I am mixed. I have no traceable ancestry.
Oh, right. The common man, and then there's the I can't remember what Gregor is. So I think he might be Norse. So what do you guys?
Velikatos is a bit androgynous, so there's a little iffiness there. So
okay. So what does everyone say?
What sort of shape are these people? Do they look like they've been enslaved, or?
No, they look like they've been in fights, though.
Are they currently bound?
I think you guys have heard the shouting and the clatter of steel on steel for the last little while. So you may have been waiting for something like this to happen.
Who are you? You're two in the room. Who are you?
Yes.
And you can see Gwithnod, he's big and he's tough, but his already pale skin is just completely ashen, and he's, his muscles look like they have not been exerted the way that a barbarian's muscles should. He says, "I am Gwithnod, and this here is my friend Nicomedes."
Are you a friend of these 20 guys we killed in the other room?
As he's drawing the bow back. I mean, the chains around these guys' wrist and the beaten and burn, the scars from blades and from flame suggest that these were not willing occupants of this room.
Oh, well, then I'm gonna go in.
Yeah. Are there any bones on the floors anywhere?
There's a barrier. I cannot move through.
Not in here, I don't think. No.
All right, forget it. She's not that interested in them.
I mean, there's like 34, dead guys around here. So
those clearly belong to somebody else.
There's some sort of barrier. I can't move.
She's looking for.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hold up. Let me. Let me actually get rid of the die. Okay, here we go. So you guys can't see what's in there. Ready? Bump, 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 boom. There you go, guys.
Alrighty. I'm gonna move in.
Now we can go in.
I try to open the chains. What do I need to do for this?
Well, you can either try and do, like, if you just want to try and wrench them off, it would be a feat of strength. But you could also, try and find keys elsewhere. You did find keys on that. Was it? I can't remember if you guys cast a spell to kill the
sorcerer.
Yeah, was it a spell?
No, he got hit by arrows or something like
right
when he was casting. It was like
4 arrows, and then he was dead.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
Yeah, so what you're able to what do you call it? Let's say, well, I mean, we're not going to belabor. This is not a particularly important thing we need to dwell a lot on. You get keys, or I don't think anyone's got the ability to pick locks. Right? Oh, Terramond, you might.
Is that the bard?
I can't remember if the bard can pick locks.
I think they do.
I have those.
Oh, so one thing I wanted to clarify too, guys. So after the last session, I thought a lot about how I was handling stealth in that, and I really didn't like the way it felt. So what we're going to do now is basically, because this isn't, again, like, because it's an old school thing and everyone can do, everyone's got a certain level of capacity to do certain things. Anyone can, common sense, know how to move kind of quietly and try and stay in the shadows. So anyone can do that, and then mechanically what will happen is I will be making, if something is keeping watch out for you, or you do something that may draw their attention, I'll make listen or spot checks for the NPCs. But when you are playing a rogue class, you will first get a chance to make your move silent or hide check, and if you succeed in that, they don't have a chance of hearing you.
Yeah.
So that way it's not, because I didn't it really felt like I was just waiting for Hobbs to fail when he was trying to stealth last time. And that's not there's a reason you get, extra XP or shitty hit points in the case of thieves, is because they're supposed to be badasses at that stuff. So
I don't have open lock, but I will try the keys that we found. And,
yeah, so you get them out, and and you guys can find your gear is stored in with there was some other gear that you guys found that whatever you guys have in your starting kits or that you purchased. It's like that scene from Dark Knight where they're taking all the knives out of the Joker. And this axe, no, that's mine. How about this axe? That's mine too. Exactly. And this one, mine.
Yep. I've got 4 belt loops for 4 axes, and 2 hands for 2 more axes.
And
I'm geared up.
This is terrific because I will get a chance to reintroduce a rule that I implemented way back when I was a kid because of my buddy Brent. And that is by carrying that many weapons when you fall, you could take damage from every single one of those fucking things. We said his characters were best thought of as Boba Fett back in the day because they would just be like weapons everywhere. Oh god. So anyway, okay. So you guys are out. I'm guessing that you guys, bring up Nicomedes and Gwydon. Sorry, what is it? Gwithnod up to speed on how the what do you call it? Like what's happened outside as well. But again, let's just bring the peril crashing home here. Boom, because you guys are at each 1 hit point right now.
It is. Oh, by the way, it is a voice TH. I just looked it up.
Okay. I cannot pronounce the difference between the two, I don't think. So
like it's the TH in this.
This.
Not the TH in like 3.
Okay.
That's the difference there.
So Gwynod.
Your vocal cords go.
Gwithnod. Okay.
Gwithnod. So Gwithnod.
Gwithnod. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was your free for those listening at home, your free Welsh language
phonetics.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's also the one Briton who's playing today is not offering any useful insight.
It'll be a fortnight before I can verify that when I speak to my Welsh customer.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to offer Gwithnod some healing if he wants it.
Oh yeah,
I've got 1 that I can do.
Well, Nicomedes, do you want to discuss who needs the healing more?
No, you take the healing.
All
I will
right.
trust in my armor.
Okay.
That's the reason I offered the barbarian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully this works. So I pull out a bit of animal fat from my components and start sprinkling a little bit of herbs in it and just start chanting with a rattle, and you get 2 hit points back.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay.
Nice.
And you'll be able to slide through the corridors now.
Okay, so let's see here. So the other things that you found in here, there was, there's that spell book. So the spell book contains.
I want to know that.
Let me just verify with the Ash equivalents here. Okay. Now so this contains detect magic.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like that.
These are magician spells?
These are they're pyromancer spells, and if they appear on the magician spell list, then
Awesome. I can potentially learn some of those at 2nd level.
Ooh, yeah. Some of these things are they're like, as long as the spell appears in your sheet, then you can choose to learn it. So let's hear. It was detect magic. What was that? Flash. Oh, sorry, influence normal fire, not flash. Smoke cloud.
Ooh.
And burning hands.
Oh, I need a good offensive spell.
Okay. So that's what was.
Sorry, just for the record, Kev, I've been unlawfully imprisoned here, yeah?
Oh, definitely. Like, you guys were captured by these fuckers and tossed in here. It was effectively like bandits. They slew everyone else. You two sort of fought to the last, and then were taken down. So you can, that there's this. Let me just quickly move you guys through the. Whoop. Actually, you've all explored the whole thing here. So why don't I do this? Where is we? I'll just turn the dynamic lighting off. Boom, so you can see the whole complex.
Yes.
Okay, so there's an outstanding issue to be resolved here, as far as my man is concerned.
Yeah.
A little grudge to be discussed.
Yeah. So what you hear is, or what you remember is, in addition to sort of the big pack of thugs that took you on, there was one guy who, there was two people who stood out in particular to you. One of them was a woman named Hanzala, and that's the pyromancer who was torturing you.
Oh, she's the pyromancer. Okay.
Yeah. So she is dead though. Your rescuers can tell you that she lies riddled with arrows at the far end of the complex.
I will sort of kind of smile at that and nod approvingly when I hear the tale of this. Yeah.
There was also the guy who seemed to be in charge was a kind of muscular fire plug kind of shorter guy named Mustanir. Mustanir, however, Gregor, the Hobbs' character, he sort of tells you that he escaped. He unfortunately
that's right. He did run. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So he needs to be brought to justice, ideally. And this is all taking place in and around Thuleborg.
This is about, I think I said it was about 2 days travel away from Thuleborg. Okay. Yeah, this is so this whole complex is located right along the coast, kind of inland. Like there's a canyon that leads in where this river kind of flows down into the canyon, then out into the ocean. Yep. The nestled sort of at the back, there is a waterfall at kind of the end of that cavern, and then leading up a path. After speaking a magic word, the water will pass to the side, and then you can access this. All the inside in here too. Like this is not something that was built by the Ixians. It's someone else who constructed this stuff. Okay. This is some place that the Ixians seem to be aware of.
Yeah.
So as you guys are sort of looking around as well too, just on a cursory glance at the journal, and I think Quick, are you the only one who speaks Ixian?
I think I might be. I think. Oh, hold on, let me check. Do I speak? I speak a lot of languages.
Okay.
I think I speak. Yeah. So that's probably might be. Let's see. Hold on.
Do you speak Cimmerian at all?
I do not. I'm pretty confident I do not speak Cimmerian.
Okay.
Let's see. What do I do with my?
We all have our cross to bear.
Languages. Hold on. Ixian and Old Norse and Thracian.
Okay, so then you can read this.
And Hellenic too.
Okay, now which Hellenic?
Hyperborean.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So the reason I wanted to know is whether you could read this journal or not. So what the journal seems to track is the import and the production and the export of wine and a bunch of. You remember how you found all those doses of poison?
Yeah, the yellow poison.
Yeah, so it seems as if this was all destined for Thuleborg. That this stuff, they're shipping it in. They've been shipping wine back, and it seems that the wine has been destined for the militia members or the members of the guard of the House of Thurmond. So they've been sort of building up this stock here too, but it seems as if that they've been tracking the production of this poison and this wine as if they were intending on delivering poisoned wine to the house of or the members of the guard of House Thurmond.
I relay that back to the group.
Okay.
Is that the ruling house in Thuleborg?
Yeah, it's Thane Thurmond Twobeard or Foxbeard is the guy who rules Thuleborg.
Thurmond Foxbeard and Ragnvald the Trout, right?
Ragnvald the Trout. Yeah, Ragnvald the Trout is his seneschal.
Okay.
We have 4 mules, I think, in in another room there. Can we pack anything we found here on the mules and then make our way back to
Thuleborg? Yeah, I mean, there's you can certainly. I'm assuming you've got between you guys enough sacks and whatnot to carry everything. And then again, like one of the nice things about Ash is that it models coin weight off of what, probably medieval coinage actually was, not, Disney style doubloons. So it's not like, why are 10 there's 10 coins or a pound? What the fuck?
No. What's that all about?
Yeah.
Classic.
Oh. So anything else you guys wish to recover in here before you set forth on the road back to Thuleborg?
Is there some completed wine that's drinkable?
Oh yeah, definitely. I guess the question is whether it has had the poison applied or not.
Yeah, that's.
Well, only one way to find out.
Everybody with high constitution gets a bonus to poison saves. So
I think I'll hold off.
Well, I got an 8 and 12 chance of curing it poison once per day. So hopefully volunteer.
All right, I'll volunteer.
9 and 12 because my wisdom's high.
I think in one room there were apples and such stuff. So I think maybe we could get lost. So I think we put some apples into the mules and the other stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you find some wine, you consume it, and I think, let's see here. There's probably only a 30% chance of it actually being poisoned yet.
Oh shit.
No. So yeah, the wine is. I mean,
Good.
I'm not. If your character is a wine drinker whatsoever, it's fucking delicious. Yeah, it's really, really fine wine.
Cool.
You can see why it was a popular, because what the journal sort of tracks is several months worth of shipments to Thuleborg, and specifically for the sort of the guards of the House of Thurmond. So yeah, I mean, like, this seems like, it is an easy way to understand. It's easily understood why they would be willing to take on, to take this stuff and purchase this stuff from a seemingly, unknown or a heretofore unheard of wine cellar.
This would be worth a few coins in.
Yeah, we should maybe. Well, we can prove that that's not poisoned.
Now, while coins don't weigh an awful lot, your merciless DM does have access to the Wilderness Survival Guide, which will tell you how heavy water is. So, actually, between a lot of you guys, if you do want to transport this stuff, there are a bunch of mules in that stable still too, right?
Yeah,
For mules,
That's right.
let's take everything unless it's bolted down.
Yeah. Yes.
But we need to get some of the stuff, some of the apples and whatever are in the storage room.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah.
Was there any other food there, Teramon?
A bunch of grapes.
Let's see here.
So
Storage.
grapes and apples and.
Someone ate an apple last session, so there should be some more.
Yeah, there are. Let's see here.
Grapes, man, that's some fancy food for.
There's for sure grapes here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the what you can see up here, guys. These big vats here, the circles up there.
Oh, I was wondering.
Yeah, those are vats. Those are filled, like, basically there were guys in there stomping grapes when they first arrived.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is also filled with it was used as a place to plant arrows by our stalwart heroes last session too. So, okay, so then what are you guys going to do? Oh no, I think I'm mistaken. I think that wasn't where they're somewhere in there.
Assumingly, there's like bottles or something around to put the wine in.
No, there are urns.
There are urns.
Yeah.
Like, how big are the urns? I mean, the urns were the ones that the people were in, right? And they were stamping around and. No,
those are the. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know anything about viniculture, so I don't. Yeah. But the what do you call it? The thing that the big wooden bins that you stomp on, and then there's a little like sluice thing at the bottom. That's what. There's no way you could transport that. No. You would disassemble. But there are 8 10-gallon urns that were in this vault over here.
Okay.
Oh, they're actually map.
So that's what we want to be loading onto the mules and
Yeah.
get some apples and any food and stuff like that for the journey.
Yeah.
This is a guy who has spent a lot of time lost in Thuleborg.
Make sure you got some fresh water, boys.
Yeah.
We have wine. We don't need water.
No, that's true. This is true.
You know, it really says a lot about our campaign that you're more afraid of this book
look at that.
than this book. Oh God, that's awesome.
You put that back on the shelf now, Kev. That's good,
Maybe.
We're just friends here. We're just talking. No need to pick it up.
Yeah, we made it look like he was just getting it down to show you the front cover, and then it's on his desk now.
Damn right.
Maybe.
Sleight of hand there. Sleight of hand that was.
Oh boy, I've also got nice. Just came out as well too. Access to my nice handy travel version of the Ultimate Wilderness. So we are all
Maybe we
set.
can rest the night if possible. Here,
There's certainly
so that-
lots of beds and cots and whatnot in that big barracks room.
so that we can heal a bit through the night, and then we start refreshed at the morning,
Yeah.
so we don't get in the dark.
By the way, I think I had 2 hit points because I got hit last time.
Oh yeah. I think
That's probably why.
I didn't realize that we were. So hold on, let me.
I had 7 hit points. I adjusted it, so I was.
Oh, did you? Okay, great. Okay, so yeah, you guys are all kind of beaten up right now. So talk to me about what kind of security precautions you're going to take here. You know that Muftanir escaped, and I mean from Nicomedes and Gwithnod, you know that he is a really fearsome adversary. He's probably one of the ones that took you guys down. So that knowing that he escaped, there is definitely and knowing that he knows this complex backwards and forwards.
The only thing I have a fox familiar. I forgot to put about that. So we could put the familiar at the entrance because I don't know where else he.
Well,
there's only one way in or out. As long as we keep that guarded, we should.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Perhaps we should go back and see what sort of state the front door's in, and maybe secure the front entrance.
Sure. So the effectively the only security that is in place at the entrance there is that the magic word that makes the waterfall move back and forth. So there are definitely doors, like you can see in any of the black rectangles there. Those are all doors, and I don't think you guys busted any of the doors open apart from the one that leads to your cell. So
I think this one I'm pinging is a good room. Only one entrance, and we can guard it very easily, I think.
Well, the whole complex only has one entrance, so I would be tempted to bunk out or camp out in this room over here, so in case, so they're not sneaking through. And I don't know.
I like you're saying. I'm wary about an ambush on the way out. If we, if we find a nice place and they kind of somehow get in here and get round us.
Yeah. I think.
As
long as we're close to here, we can keep track of anything coming in through the waterfall entrance.
Is it loud when the waterfall moves away?
Yeah.
Does it make? Yeah. Okay. So we will hear anybody who comes in.
Yeah.
Unless they manage to push through the waterfall without opening it.
I mean, we could barricade this corridor where it comes into the main hallway. This big old hallway. We could just close off, make a defendable position across the entrance corridor.
Yep. I mean, for all we know, he might be back there now. He could have gotten people while we were doing all of this, and yeah, you could be waiting for us. Yeah. Should we go check first?
I'll go check.
Yeah, I mean, we could have a quick look around before we rest, couldn't we?
I will offer to go look around because I can move silently as a thief.
Yeah,
So
true.
I can
Yeah.
Awesome.
There
Okay.
you go. Yeah.
So let's do this. Hold up here. Boom.
All right, now just to remember how to.
This is honestly one of my favorite features of Roll20. It's so like having the enforced line of sight. It's I think so much more immersive than just drawing shit on a map. Okay, so everyone's slowly making their way. I love seeing you guys inch along too.
My brother says they've brought the sound back on there now. Is that right on Roll20?
Is the sound back? Are you telling me that you miss hearing the sound of water? No problem.
No, he just he said that apparently it wasn't on here for a while or something. I don't know. I don't use it.
Oh, they changed. Well, definitely changed over the features. Oh, and actually, the interface looks a little different now too. Let's see what's this.
Here we go.
You got a leak in your house, Colin. What's going on?
Gets me every time.
Oh god, that's funny.
Never gets old. That one never.
Oh,
gets
they have.
old.
Yeah, they've totally changed the interface here now.
Ah, there you go. See,
Huh.
Nice.
Yeah,
hot tips, man. Hot tips.
Yeah, there you go.
So no one is there, and now we can barricade it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this water thing's going to get under my skin.
Let's
So immersive.
see here.
You wait till he starts playing the wind, and you keep looking to see where the window's open in your house.
Yeah. I love the wind.
I don't know about anybody else. I can see from Nicomedi's line of sight because of the character permissions right now.
Oh, right. Let me.
Yep.
Yeah, I
switch
can
that.
tell.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Nicomedes is just shouting out what he can see. Over there's a hallway.
That would be a pretty cool skill, right? To have like a telepathic connection. That'd be a neat spell to have a telepathic connection so you could see what everybody else was seeing on a map like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, that's another thing. Like that. It's so cool that you could have a like as a player a benefit from that, not just like trying to role play it out.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, game designers could really take advantage of the fact that something could be played on Roll20. You know, you could really work your like Arlen was just saying, work your magic in.
Yeah.
I have a great idea. Maybe we should build a wall out of the corpses from
A classic trope.
Yeah, and we will say that we are 300. So.
Okay, let's see here.
And I was the one who read the waterfall thing. Could I read the water? Is it just like an open and shut as much as I want? Or is it just like I opened it once by reading that incantation and that was it?
Sorry, say again?
Because I was the one who read the incantation that opened that part of the waterfall. So if I can I just open and shut it at will?
You can, yeah. Well, I mean, if you try, I'm assuming your character tries to say that, and it kind of the water goes back in the way, like the entrance to the back cave, kind of.
Oh, okay, so we've blocked it with the waterfall at least.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'll.
Yeah, I think what Thurman was saying is that if you use or if you try and listen in on to the sound, you will hear the sound. It's a distinctive, like as the water passes.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like would we notice people were coming? Yeah.
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 Yeah. So we barricaded and rest here.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
With corpses or with other stuff?
We could just shove this big vat thing over there, couldn't we?
The brazier, this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. We could.
I don't know that we need to block it off, right? We're going to have to go out this way anyway. It seems like just posting a guard is probably enough to somebody who can shout if something goes wrong.
It's just that you can get rushed like that, can't you? If you're like one guard and a bunch of people, if you've got something that slows down the enemy.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay.
I think we should just put the brazier in there if we can.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you put one of those braziers out, you could probably drag that in the way if you like.
Yeah.
Is anyone? No one's immune to fire, are they? We've got no
That's a thing.
berserkers. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you've got certainly more than enough time. You guys arrived here like midday anyway, so lots and lots of time to do that. What does this one sound like? Ooh, there we go.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
I'll
Oh,
turn it down a bit so it's not.
the light levels have changed. Nice.
We don't want a full Numenera effect.
Yeah. Okay. So.
All right, we drag some cots in here and
Yeah.
You guys make
post
your
up for the
evening.
night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So I'll, as I was saying, so these are the oversized D20 or D6s that I got for the gaming marathon. I'm using one for initiative, and I'll use the other one for random encounters. Because then I think there's very little chance of you guys not hearing. All right.
This is oversized, Kev.
So great! Oh
That is
man,
amazing.
I bow to the master. Holy smokes!
Is that
Oh,
is that
great.
plastic or is that foam?
It's foam, man. Yeah,
Oh,
it's like a big old foam dice.
Okay.
This is
You
the
were
one I
like
got-
tossing it pretty easily. I'm like,
This is what I was rolling for attack rolls at the marathon, and like this thing is about the weight of a softball, and
Yeah,
it's
man.
all. So, this is a 1D, like 1d2, 1d3 damage weapon.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got something about the size of that stuck on the back of my truck windshield. Kind of
Yeah.
looks like it's halfway through the windshield.
That's awesome. Okay, so the evening passes, guys, uneventfully. Oh, and someone's in darkness again here too. My goodness.
Who's in darkness?
Okay.
all right.
And all right, so then as the dawn comes, everyone roll a dice equal to their hit dice, and you'll gain that many hit points back.
Can I give mine to somebody else who needs it?
You cannot. No.
Do we get our HP mod from?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Shit.
That's what I thought. But
I wasn't injured, so I'm fine.
Oh shit.
So I just get one.
Well, quickly, you've got a +1, right? Because from your
Oh,
Constitution.
because of Constitution. Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you get that too. Okay.
Yeah, you get
so
2
I'm
back
at 4
then.
now.
I'm going to administer to Gwithnod, and give him 4 more hit points.
Nice. Hey, Nicomedes just needed a nap and a sandwich. He is back on top.
Yes.
Do you have what's your Constitution, Nicomedes?
12.
I don't think that's a bonus.
No bonus.
No, I've got a 12 as well.
Yeah, I think you need at least because I've got 13 and I've got 1 bonus, but I think 12 is none.
Yeah, I think the 13 is usually the threshold. Okay.
So is there a chance I had to copy some of these spells to my spell book?
No,
Over the night?
so there's a whole procedure for doing that, as laid out in the core rulebook, and it I think it takes time and money, and then you have to. There's a chance that you just cannot. You need to make a roll based on your intelligence to see whether you can understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
There's only two of them I can do.
That D20 is awesome, Colin. Like, that is no joke.
God. Yeah, I can. There's only 2 of them that are on my witch spell list.
Yeah,
so,
I want to get a hold of that so that I can learn some at level 2.
Okay.
yeah, it's-
All right. So then,
Nicomedes, you don't heal anything?
Yeah, no, I healed it. I haven't. Yep, sorry. Yeah, good spot, man. Thanks for that.
okay, someone is monitoring the health bars. As an old time, or an old now reformed kind of WoW fanatic, it's one of the reasons I really love the health bar feature in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see here.
You might bring Gregor over here to us too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he's in
someone give me a
he's in the
D. 10 roll, will you? Let's see what Gregor gets back.
Arlen's got this.
Do I got this?
Oh, I don't know. You look like you were typing.
1d10. 8.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
better.
Okay, so he is back to full. All right. So then, what do you guys wish to do today then?
Are we
Pack
heading back
those
to town with all of our
mules. Yeah, bring those mules. Let's go.
Okay.
Throw
Awesome.
the wine.
Those mules, the food, and anything we need.
Yeah. Any water? I mean, wine's good, but do we have any water that's definitely not poison?
There's definitely, there'd be, I mean, there's the waterfall.
Yeah, the waterfall right outdoors.
Oh, true.
And you can really,
Did we establish that all of those 8 casks of wine were unpoisoned wine?
you did not. One of them you tested. Are you guys going to just kind of slug from each?
I can heal 1 poison if 9 and 12 chance. So
I think it's an excellent.
Let's wait until we get back to town.
yeah.
I kind of like the idea
Maybe
of making a carousing roll out here. This is for you guys. It's for you guys.
No poison.
I'm doing this for you.
Maybe we fill 2 of them with water from the waterfall.
Yeah, you definitely have. I mean, it's each of them is what I say, 8 gallon.
10. I thought is what you
10,
said.
10 gallon. Yeah.
10, yeah, you said 10.
Don't be heavy. Poor mules.
So 10 gallon. That's great. I need to make sure I've got the rules for mules. I've got my to-do list for the next little bit. So then you guys are ready to head out?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, because
how much food did we get?
as much as you want to carry, between like this place is
Okay.
stored as a it's a well provisioned area, so there's certainly for all the people that are living here, this appears to have been a place under their control for quite some time now.
Right.
Queequeg, would you kindly give me a D? Oh no, sorry, Velicados is the shaman. Would you give me a D6 roll, please?
Absolutely.
That is not great.
Uh-huh.
Anytime I'm asking for a D6, usually low is what you want to get. Okay, so I'm trying to think if anyone else might have. Oh, you know what, Terramond, would you give me a D6 roll as well too? Because bards have that sort of grab bag catch-all things. Catch-all knowledge. Definitely not.
Is it anything
No.
magical? Because I have sense magic.
The spirits are not talking to me today.
You know what? Give me a D6 roll too. Yeah, Gwyn, I think-
My sense magic is 4 and 12.
No, but it's not sensing magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, roll low. Ooh.
Hey.
Okay, so Gwynthon, what you're sort of thinking of, the thing you know about this place, this whole land, all of Tula seems to reek of dark sorcery. And the one thing that you have found is that more so than where you were from, spirits do not lie quiet. This place is full of 34 dead bodies. What conclusions do you want to draw from that?
Boys, I am thinking that it would be preferable to go get drunk in Thuleborg than to die to a bunch of undead revenants here.
It's only
How do
been
you feel
8
about that?
hours.
That sounds cool. Let's go. Or let's run.
If I was a necromancer, I'd kind of be interested, but I'm not. So let's go.
Yeah, Queequeg's interested, but I think not enough to stick around here to die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what I'm getting at is that if you're just leaving these corpses here, with you may not want to make plans to come back here at any point.
Well, the one guy might. And
We'll
then
put
he'll
up a
have to deal with
sign.
the horde
Keep
of,
it out.
What's a giant waterfall, I guess, in the way?
Yeah.
How could we more permanently put these guys down?
Cut their heads off.
Fire?
Burn them with fire.
Cut heads
Kill them
off,
with
maybe.
fire.
Yeah.
Behead them.
What
Yeah,
you guys
it seems
are
like a
doing
lot of
is-
work. It seems like a lot of work.
I know.
Some
Yeah.
brave group of
Let's go
adventurers.
home. Let's go home.
if in future someone asks, well, why the hell are there a bunch of fucking undead in this place in 200 or 300 years when someone comes exploring here? We've just provided the backstory for why.
We're investing in the future
providing
adventurers'
work
lives.
for adventures.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Nicomedes won't stand for leaving unresting dead in his wake.
No,
Do we get XP for this?
So
I'm not saying
the same way.
Let's see. I'm not saying you have to do that. It's a factor that you would know it's a potential consequence. This is effectively the site of a massacre at this point, and so you do not have to make any or take any steps to try and secure this place or whatever.
I mean, we could take the bodies and pitch them into the sea and let the
create water zombies.
I think they'd be more secured behind this waterfall than they would be in a sea. They might make it to shore.
Well, won't they just get eaten by the fish and stuff?
Maybe.
Well, we're by like a lake we're like by a river. I don't know how much fish there are in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so. Gwithnod, like Quick did, big exaggerated sigh, says, "My brother in chains, Nicomedes, you have to learn to enjoy the opportunities we are given, and not worry about what might happen if we leave behind the dead bodies."
It's the what do you call it, Hyperborean equivalent of like, look, man, be cool.
Yeah.
I have a reputation to uphold. If word gets out that I've brought this undead into the world,
I look over and like,
I promise
I'm not going
not
to tell anybody.
Well, look at it this way: like these Ixian slavers that took you might try to repurpose this for their own purposes. If they come back here, there'll be a welcoming committee for them.
Exactly.
And
that is a
bad
good
one
point,
at that.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a welcoming party for the boss. So
that is true. This could
Glorious.
work to our advantage. It would stop him from repopulating it as soon as we leave.
Yeah.
However, I have a
It
little
was a certain
compunction.
strategic.
Let's at least burn the body of the sorcerer, just because things, and I don't want a sorcerer mad at me.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yes,
fair.
yeah. Definitely need to deal with that.
Because out of all of them, he might come back and be really, really, really mad.
Yeah, I agree with that. That sounds like
Okay.
So I'll go find her body or whatever and just braise her.
Done. Okay. Boom. Toss into the brazier. Her corpse, I mean, it is slowly consumed by the burning oil. Okay. Then you guys and your mules are going to set out then.
Yep.
So why don't we do this? Let's grab my thing here. Who wants to roll for water? You're going to have 2 opportunities to find water per day.
Is this a roll high or roll low?
This is roll low, percentile.
Well, I've been rolling low last night, so
Maybe you should
how
go
about I
there.
roll for water?
Okay.
That sounds good.
You want me to do that now?
Please. Yeah, let's just see.
Yes. 1d100. 29.
No
Not
water.
good enough. One more.
One more, yeah.
13.
Yes. So you find a source of fresh water. Whether that water is potable or not is another question. But I mean, you guys would be able to get enough stuff. I've rolled, and there's going to be no encounters between here and you guys reaching Thuleborg. There's also, I don't think, I'm not going to bother with tracking the, finding the firewood and whatnot, because you guys would be able to carry enough stuff with you with the mules, and it's a relatively short journey. So you're able to find fresh water, you're able to boil that fresh water, and you guys are able to make it back to Thuleborg without significant trouble.
Great.
Finally, I get to Thuleborg, even if it's a different character.
So
Where
guys,
there's a will, there's a way, you see? See how I
Yeah.
did that, Kevin? I subverted your strategy.
Okay. So there is that is Thuleborg, guys, and
Yeah.
I can't remember where you were staying last time. I don't think we maybe established that. But the places that you can stay include.
So there's the hall where we roll for random encounters, right?
Yeah, that's Foxbeard's Hall.
Yes, and then we can find an inn if we want to.
Yeah, and there's a couple. You could stay. Where is it here? When I go.
So, do you generally all hang out at the same place, or do you go your separate ways?
It's up to you guys. So let's talk about the. Well, first off, you guys come back, and I'm assuming that the Velicados, Queequeg, Theramond, and Gregor want to meet up with Manning.
Yes.
To turn things over. Do you turn over the journal?
Yes.
Okay, so that means.
Is there a way to like make kind of a? I'm trying to think like any sort of like thing that there's not a carbon copy necessarily, but like any way to like. I'm trying to think.
There's
a copy of the journal, so if he's not associated with House Thurmond, we could possibly relay that information to them.
Sure.
I guess we could just tell them, but
how do you think in your supplies? I think you've got some pages of paper, don't you, or parchment?
I think, yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I think I've got a.
So I noticed from when we were looking to see what the magician had. The magician starting kit has that stuff, so I imagine you guys might as well. Page 128 is.
Yeah, I've got parchment. I've got sheet parchment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what sort of key information do you think you might want to put down on that?
Mostly the plot to poison the militia, the guards here, because if that's something that if he's not associated with House Thurmond, I think that might be something that House Thurmond would be interested in hearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, so you fill your pages with whatever whatever key information that you want from that, and yeah. So assuming that you guys split the reward or the pay in equal ways, then you each get one. What is it? You each get 300 GP. You do not get XP for that. That's not treasure.
Okay.
And
And then
you get the money.
How about that loot that we got beforehand? What if we divide that up?
If you divide, well, what was the total for that?
100 gold, 3,287 copper, and 2,735 silver.
Okay, so I should have written that down before I put it away. Hold up, let me break that down. I'll tell you what that will break down to.
And we have I think 4 gallons of wine that we can sell.
Yes.
Oh yeah, possibly. Yep.
To the maybe we can trade it for the rest in the inn. That
Yeah.
can go
Yeah, true. Well, let's
for 1 week here you can get 4 gallons of whatever.
Let's try to see if we can detect poison on it first.
Okay.
Before we start trying to
Yeah.
it off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. Plus, I mean, strangers who are bloodied showing up with a bunch of wine trying to sell it at random. I think there's going to be some reaction rolls here to figure out.
We are nice people.
Okay. No,
Wine of the enemies, it makes it sweet.
so it was 1,000 gold, is that right?
No, 100 gold.
100 gold.
100,
Okay.
yeah.
100 GP.
Oh no, it was
and then-
1,000, Kev.
It was 1,000?
It was totally 1,000.
All right, so 100 GP and 2,735 SP. Is that right?
Yep.
And
2,735.
3287 CP, right?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, look at this. I got the exchange rate on my awesome DM screen. Pretty good. Pretty good. So let's see here. That means you guys get between the 4 of you, so it's 25 GP each.
Okay.
Let me check the calculator. And sorry, unfortunately, unless you guys are splitting it with Nicomedes and Gwithnod, then they are getting watt out of this. 683 silver pieces each.
Okay.
683.
Yeah. and 821 copper pieces.
All right.
I'm gonna give some money to the other two just for helping us haul things back.
Yeah.
Sure. What are you thinking?
Well, if everybody gives some, I'm gonna just give like, I don't know, 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
What's the going rate for like porters?
You guys are truly heroes. You're beating the rates of henchmen.
I want to go shopping a bit,
Yeah.
if it's possible.
Absolutely.
So I will buy some armor and some weapons.
Okay.
I think and the new ones I can give you some money to buy a good armor too, because of the damage reduction whenever someone can carry it.
So who is, let's see here. Assume that you guys have anything that's in the core rulebook is stuff that is available in Thuleborg. Let's see here. So you're buying armor.
Yes.
So are you going to the Tulian Emporium or the Viking armor smith Calder the Lame for that?
There's a merchant guild here somewhere, and I want to go to them.
Well, for armor, those are the two places. The Tulian Emporium will have that stuff. It's kind of sourced from other blacksmiths or from mainlander blacksmiths. But there's also a Norse armor smith here who traveled along with House Thurman named Calder the Lane.
Then I go to Calder the Lane.
Okay. So let's hear. What is your charisma modifier?
My charisma is 8.
You're a bard with an 8 charisma?
Are you
Yes.
allowed?
I think so.
So I don't know how we want to handle this. I think that the bard has a minimum charisma rating.
Yeah, bard has to have a charisma of 15.
Jeez.
15?
Yeah.
Okay, then I
Probably a lot.
I missed that. Then I have
I like the idea of an 8 charisma bard though.
Yeah, really.
Funny.
then I have
That's a rough bard, man.
It's the bard from what do you call it? Asterix. Continuing to get thrown out of a.
then I have 16 charisma and 14 con and 8 strength. So
Okay, so you have 16 charisma will give you a +1 reaction. All right, let's see here. Oof. Okay. So you make your way. Are you guys all sort of splitting up and going your own separate ways here?
So I definitely want to take advantage of the 15 charisma guy and buy some stuff.
Okay. So what are you guys?
Nicomedes is a very charismatic and imposing fellow.
What's his charisma?
16.
16 as well. Oh, nice. Okay. So
Okay.
whoa. So you guys get in and Terramond, whatever, you start talking to Calder the Layman, and Calder is, I mean, he's called that because he drags his leg behind him. He's got one, scarred, he's one kind of scarred over eye. It looks like some horrific burns on the side of his face. He's bald. He has a big droopy kind of like, honey drip mustache, Hulk Hogan style. And he's one of the, like, he's not, cut, but he's this giant fucking strong guy. He probably stands 6'4". And as you come in to speak to Calder, he sees you, Terramond, and whatever you open with, it's immediately obvious that he does not like or respect or whatever you. I rolled the reaction. But fortunately, Nicomedes, what is it that you do to sort of to bring things back? Because he does, I rolled a reaction for you, and he does quite like you. So if you guys want to, good cataphract, bad bard this scene, you guys can do that.
I think perhaps on the way over, I would have established with Terramond what his plan is, what he's looking to achieve. Just
Sure.
through making small talk, really.
Okay. So Bodo, you were thinking of getting armor for yourself, and then what were you were you thinking of buying armor for someone else as well?
I can buy one armor for another one from the other two guys who don't.
Okay.
If you want.
So
Yeah,
this,
I would help with that as well.
I think like Gwithnod works best when he's got nothing.
Yeah,
on, right?
I am a no armor type.
Do you need
Okay.
a weapon? A big weapon?
I have my hand axes.
Do you want a bigger weapon?
Well, I'm not mastered in a bigger weapon. I'm mastered in hand axes.
Do you have ranged weapon?
I don't have
Okay,
anywhere
you
to
can
put it.
Throw his hand axes.
I throw hand axes. That's what I do.
So this is probably a conversation that happened on the trip back. You guys were planning and scheming and sort of spending your money before you really cashed it in.
Well, and Gwithnod also, so when he is unarmored, his move rate is 50. So I'm imagining because the mules don't move nearly that fast. So Gwithnod is, he sort of jogs up to the front of the caravan, talks to somebody, jogs back to the back, talks to somebody, jogs back to the front, talks to somebody. He's high energy barbarian.
Yeah. So while you guys are sort of making plans for what to do next, almost immediately after you get paid, that's when what's his name, Gregor just sort of leaves you guys. He kind of leaves you to go. What we do need to do though is, can I get Terramond, Queequeg, and Velicados to make a D3 roll, and please apply your reaction modifier. So your whatever you've got from your charisma.
No.
Charisma.
Okay.
My charisma's 16. Okay,
I got no bonus.
Plus 1.
Plus 1. Okay.
16. Yeah. Whoa! You got an 8 though, right?
Who?
Which isn't your Velicados? Isn't your charisma an 8?
Yes. Does that have a negative?
So
it
it's
does. Yeah, minus
Oh,
1.
Yeah.
So I got a 2.
Yeah. Okay. So 2. Still, that's not bad. And quick, nice 3. Okay, so then if you guys could put down, now you don't know what I'll do is put down somewhere on your character sheet renown with Manning, and then whatever your so Velicados got 2, Quickly got 3, Terramon got 2.
We were doing it on the bio and info tab of the character sheet.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
With
Yeah.
what? With whom?
With Manning.
Manning.
I got a 2. Okay.
I just have a picture in my bio and info. I don't have any place to
Yeah,
put it.
you can. So you can click the edit button at the top right.
Oh,
it'll
there
give
we
you
go.
the text box to type
Okay.
in.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, Manning obviously was quite pleased with the work that you did on this. He says as well too that if should I have further tasks, I'll know where to find you then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
It'll be at
I
the,
want to buy then a bandit mail when someone else don't want a mail.
Well, first let's deal with the armor thing here. So
Banded you're after, yeah?
Bandit mail. I will buy a bandit mail for 150 GP.
Okay.
I'll
is that
go-
for yourself or is that for someone else?
For myself.
For yourself. Okay, nice. And then what kind of armor were you intent on buying for someone else?
I only heard that the barbarian don't wear armor. Someone else need armor?
Yeah, Nicomedes could. The Cataphract gets pretty great bonuses. It gets a bonus to when it's wearing medium or heavy armor. It gets another plus. Yeah, even more AC from it.
I got scale on my sheet here.
Yeah,
Okay.
scale is medium.
Yeah, so I mean, you could get scale gives you an AC of 6 to start. If someone spent say 150, they could get you banded or splint. If someone could spend 350, they'll get you plate, which gives you an AC to start of 3.
I'll chip in 75 if somebody else wants to chip in 75.
How much does
can give
spell
75.
copying cost?
How much is sorry?
So I spent 75 too, and then you can have this bandit mail.
Yeah, because I'd be open to this. I just want to make sure I can copy my spells.
Sure.
Yeah, first.
So I'll let you sell stuff at half cost as well.
Well, what
So-
about detecting? We still need to detect poison on that wine
Yeah.
if that's what we're trying to sell.
Well, so this is what
Okay, so copying spells is on page 137.
Okay, I'll just read that.
So for this armorer guy, we can I can trade in my old armor. It sounds like we've got some donations coming in for a suit of something, and we need to acquire a suit of banded mail for Theramond.
I bought my banded mail and I give 75 gold. Someone else wanted to give 75 gold.
A total of so Nicomedes, that means you got 150 to work with. If you sell your scale, you'll get 25 GP from that. That puts you at 175. Okay. So if you can come up with another 175, then you could afford plate.
Well, don't worry about it. I'll get
enough plate probably.
I'll get back. No,
I mean, you can spend that 150 to get splint or to get banded.
I'll get some banded mail.
Banded mail as well. Okay.
So yeah, just trading the scale with this guy.
Okay, so let's do this here. So I'm trying to find.
Does he seem like an interesting sort of fella, this guy?
So he comes in and it seems that he is. I'm going to interpret it, say that he just doesn't like. He likes and respects warriors and does not respect, soft or whatever. And I think Terraman, just what he picks up from you is your flowery language and whatnot. He's just like money people with.
Yeah, I think I'll get a read on that pretty quick and just go out, like grab his arm and just kind of like take over the conversation a little bit, seeing and just sort of like my friend, I just like get him by the shoulder and kind of make a little bit of lightheartedness out of it, so it's not awkward, and show that that he's sound, kind of give my approving arm around him and then shake the other man's hand as if to sort of make it all a little bit more convivial and a bit less awkward. Yeah. And then we can talk about the business. I butter him up a little bit. Oh, I hear that you're the man to see around here for armor. Your reputation precedes you. He kind of
looks at you and looks back at the other one. He said, I would have taken that one to be the one for such words. And he kind of grins. Like he's clearly, he's trying to, like, look at this fucking idiot. Hey,
don't be fooled. He's more to him than meets the eye, perhaps. But
hopefully coins.
No, he's we've come back for this man has saved my life. He's I owe him a debt of honor, and his companions. We've come back from our travels. I was captured, and this man here has saved me. And we're now in the market for some fine armor, so that we may venture out again and prove ourselves further. And you seem to be the man to make it happen.
And
being a warrior, you know what we're looking for. I don't need to tell you what we need.
What? So he kind of does, looks you up and down, and he says, "Well, I could certainly make something better than that."
Yeah. Well, this has seen a lot of action.
What do you wish?
A couple of suits of your finest banded mail would be most appreciated. Anything to keep us safe in these hard times.
What is your name?
My name is Nicomedes. I'm a Cimmerian lawgiver.
Lawgiver, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And he sort of clasps your hand again, and he says, "I'm Calder."
Pleased to meet you. Have you resided long in Thuleborg?
I came with the first ships here, with the Foxbeard.
Wow.
Are you new? You're new here then?
Yes, I've just arrived. I'd be grateful for anything you could tell me about the place. Any news you hear, or any?
Do you know where do you know where you will stay?
I have nowhere to stay currently.
Have you coin?
Yeah. Not a great amount, but I like to think I can pay my way.
See Nude the Survivor at Dragon's Rest.
Nude the Survivor.
He will
Thank
treat
you for
well.
that.
And he nods and says, say that you spoke to me.
I will.
Give me 2 days, and I will have your armor. And he sort of he grunts to some kid, says something in Norse to some kid who's waiting there, who comes over and kind of takes your measurements and stuff, and and they'll craft that armor for you.
Excellent.
Was anyone else intending to get something from the armor smith?
I'm already wearing the best armor I can.
Okay. Okay.
Although I'm interested in buying something else from somewhere else.
All right. Now, let's see here. Brandon, were you able to figure out what the cost of copying?
Okay, so it seems to be that there really is no cost. It says it was negligible, especially if I just want to use the and it doesn't even take time if I just want to use the spell book. Like I don't need to add it necessarily. I can just carry
spell. Okay.
Spell book and then, but I still need to make a chance. The read magic ability, I think it's automatic for my reading of the.
Yeah.
Of it, but then there's the chance to learn spell. I still have to do that.
Yeah. So then that'll be whatever your intelligence.
It's like 95% is what it's my chances. So
then go ahead. You just go ahead and click on or make your rolls for each of the spells and just let me know if you didn't figure out. And it's not that you can't ever learn the spell if you fail. I'm going to say just that the way that one's written, it's just not grasping. So you'll have to get someone else to try and explain it to you.
I think it says, okay, well, yeah, the rules are a lot more punishing than that.
No, I know. It's just,
Isn't it like the next level you can try again or something?
I think it's like next a year is like what it says in there.
Yeah, I know. So if you gain, I'll let that happen too. So if you don't ever gain access to another, reading of it, then or another source. But if you get another spell book that has the same spell in it, you'll be able to sort out, try and sort out what it is.
All right. Looks like I had no problem understanding both detect magic and influence normal players.
Okay, so make sure you've got the Ixian spellbook on you as well, too.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Now, let's see here. Let's talk about carousing. So, if
we have time, I might copy it down, but it's like 3 days per spell or something like that. I don't want to...
you got it. If you squeeze an extra day out of it, depends what you guys want to do. So...
I'm going to be looking for somebody who sells war dogs.
War dogs, okay.
Yeah.
I think there is probably going to be a place you can get a war dog, yeah.
And when I see a shaman, I'm thinking he's going to have an animal by his side or something.
Sure, yeah. So I think war dogs are not terribly expensive either.
They're 50, I think.
50, yeah.
I'd like to inquire about possibility of finding my betrothed's bones. There's a chance. I don't expect to have any results, but she's got to try.
Okay, so you're going to kind of ask around about...
Yeah, you got a spinal cord that goes with this one?
Why don't you remind us, so what is it why you're looking for...
She found a skull. She says she's... I'm also going to add that she's also expecting to have to build up a herd, hence why she needs money.
Yeah.
So she's trying to get it. She basically is, in a moment of grief, she found a skull that talked to her, at least for her mind, and... assembly. If she reassembles the skeleton, she will have her betrothed, and if she provides a big herd of reindeer worthy of her great princely husband to be.
Nice. Okay.
So that's the idea. What's going on right now?
So the witch is crazy. Got it.
Yeah, my sorceress distrust is just firing off on all levels right now.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, she's kind of disowned by her family.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Not a wonder, is it?
Yeah.
I should have totally took necromancer as my other casting stat just to have fun with the witch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can still make that decision. I'm not level 2 yet.
I just looked at the minimum requirement, and with the 8 you cannot do a bard at all. Is that okay for you to still play a bard?
You have to change your stat to make sure it fits the requirements.
The requirements are 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 16. So
I think it's 15, but I think one of them is. I think the con is not the one listed with the requirement.
What you mean? Con is your dump stat.
Uh,
I think so.
yes, that's correct. Con is the only one that can be an 8 if you're a bard.
Yeah, so that means your con
Okay,
is going to be.
then I just said.
Okay, so let's see here. I'm just quickly putting a war dog together here for you.
Cool.
Delicados. This looks more like a wolf right now, but I've got an illustration of a cool war dog that I will find for you.
Eventually, I might want to get him some kind of barding just so he doesn't die, but maybe that's later when I alter him with magic.
Yeah.
Hold on a second here. It says that although some magician subclass spells are common to one another, they basically a witch cannot copy a sleep spell from a magician's book and vice versa. So if this is a pyromancer, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
you said if it showed up on anybody's list, you could do it. I think, was that a house rule or?
But up to Kev.
Different type of magic.
Yeah.
It says they're each distinct schools of sorcery with proprietary magical languages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that's
ignore
all our rules were for naught.
Oh, darn it.
So this is a magician spellbook, right?
It's a pyromancer, right?
Oh.
Specifically, yeah.
So even though if I pick magician, I still couldn't learn from it. Darn.
I don't. All right. Maybe we should sell this.
I was going to say we need to find someone that would value such a thing.
Yeah.
So I was quickly putting the stats for the ward. Whoopsies.
Yeah, I have no idea what the stats are. So.
No
or
problem.
Or possibly somebody who could translate it for us into witch, I guess.
Would you kindly give me a D8 roll?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Delicados.
Come on, high roll. That's not bad.
Not bad. Okay.
Ferric fortune, or not Ferric fortune, but
Astonishing fortune.
Astonishing fortune.
Yeah. Could I take the highest of the 2 results?
Yeah, you spend it. Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll take the 5.
Yeah. Your hound has 5.
1 less than me.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. At low at low levels, henchmen and hirelings are a fucking godsend.
Well, I have a charisma of 8, and I don't think the dog is going to mind.
Yeah. Okay. Saving throw is 16. Okay.
So have you guys got an ongoing mission, or are you done?
No.
Not now. So okay.
Sounds like our mission is to get drunk in Thuleborg.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're such a barbarian, man.
What you'll need to do, Velicados, or John, actually, if the war dog is listed there now under Tulian Tales.
Okay.
If you could just fill out the PC side, you can click back and forth between the monster and the PC.
Okay.
Just fill out what his attack is, and then I'll add a token for that.
Okay.
So we've been going for about 2 hours right now, guys. Let's take our break. So let's take 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and we will deal with carousing and what happened next, or what happens next.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. 19 saving throw, morale. Okay. This is going to be pretty cool. It doesn't actually give me any actual physical stats for the dog. It just gives a dexterity of 13.
Do that. I don't even know if animals have physical stats in this game.
Yeah, I think they just have dex for initiative. But
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Cool.
Colin, are you back? Maybe.
Oh,
I see you moving around.
There, he's getting there. I think he's there now.
All right.
George asked about timing for the One Ring game. Do we need an hour break or an hour and a half break?
I need an hour and a half. I need to take the dog for a walk, get some food.
No problem. I will respond to George.
Awesome. Okay.
Kev, the war dog has 2 hit dice listed here.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
So the war dog's the toughest member of our party.
It's apparently going to have 9 hit points if we go with the 2 hit die thing, because you'll have the 5 I rolled plus the 4 for its average.
1 sec.
Jeez.
Oh, sorry about that. I was looking at the wrong one. Sled dog.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so 9, and then if you want to spend the Astonishing Fortune, you can re-roll both of those.
No, I'm fine with the 9.
The 9, okay, so they'll have 9 hit points instead.
So how would I fill out the attack roll for him?
So then, just make sure he's got listed as a his what is it? Fighting ability is 1. No, fighting ability would be 2.
Okay.
His there's no modifiers to his attack, so just put bite at damage 1d6.
Okay. Weapon, bite.
I think I put his morale down wrong too. His morale should be a 9, not a 7. And then do you have a charisma modifier?
Yes, a -1.
So that'll bump that down by. So the dog's morale is 8. You're a shitty dog owner.
Well, yeah, I figured, but
You're the person that people whisper about when you're walking the dog behind. You yank on the leash too hard.
I'm not that bad. So say when I'm in combat, what action would it be to order the dog to do something?
No action. The dog will act on your phase, subject to like morale checks and things like that.
Okay. I'm a class of 6, so.
Oh, actually, let's do this first. Hold on. Let's see how much the dog actually likes you, because the morale is different from the reaction. Give me a 2d6 roll -1.
Okay. If this goes horribly, I'm going to spend my Ferric Fortune on that then.
Astonishing Fortune.
So yeah. 2d6 -1.
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah.
The dog is neutral. Doesn't love you, doesn't hate you.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Now, okay, 10. Friendly. Considers, yep, so the dog is actually friendly towards you.
Okay.
In spite of your...
I'm going to feed it all the food.
Yeah, you're just a dog person. You're not a people person.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Okay, so missile AC is going to be the same as his normal because of his dex, or?
AC will be normal, yeah. No, the dex doesn't modify the AC for enemies.
Okay.
It's only there to determine breaking ties for initiative rolls.
Okay, so
yeah.
DR, so he doesn't have a strength or anything, or?
Does not. No.
Gotcha.
No, none of that stuff is needed for. The only reason we're using the PC sheet for it is just because there isn't a roll feature on the monster thing. Actually, I should add that to the list, Arlen, to things to ask about.
Gotcha.
Can we keep 1 mule?
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys want to sell the mules, otherwise. So let's see here. Good old, what's his name? Ben. Not Ben. Bill. So the mules, the other ones you guys can sell for, and I'm guessing all of you guys are going to split this. Those sell for 10 apiece. So 5 mules is 50 GP. Split. Let's just, Gregor's not going to know. He left. So you guys each get 10 extra GP.
Gotcha.
And we keep 1 mule.
That's keeping 1. Well, hold on. How many mules were there? 4 or 6?
4.
Oh, 4. Okay, no, forgive me. Then it's not. That's so it'd be 30. You each get 6 GP.
Okay. And I still want to buy arrows and a hand axe.
Arrows and hand axe. Okay. Yeah. Then let's just say you can your weapons. The Tulian Emporium you could go to, or there's an Amazonian smith named Nausicaa.
The Tulian Emporium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then just you can purchase that stuff, no problem.
Okay.
It's effectively like the largest shop here, apart from the caravansary. It has some goods too.
Last question about the dog.
Of course.
His attack modifier is just his fighting ability. I don't add anything else.
No, yeah, don't add anything in there. Should be 0. It'll automatically calculate the fighting ability.
And the damage is just straight 1d6. No
straight
others?
1d6. Yeah, no modifiers.
Got it. He's done then.
Okay, excellent. Whoa, shit. Okay, so then, guys, let's talk about living expenses. I'm assuming you're going to spend at least 5 days here. So you have the option of you can stay in. Let's see here at Dragon's Rest. The tavern run by Nude the Survivor, for a cost of, where is it here? Services, here we go, room and board. So for 1 week, it would cost you 5 GP.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 10 and get the better rooms and board.
Okay. Well, this place does not necessarily have that. So
Mostly for the dog. I'm going to spoil him.
Okay, yeah, sure. There's a reason that dog likes you so much. You know what, you guys, actually, if you want to rent a place, you could rent because like the thing is, this is a boom town, so you could rent a place in the low class district for 1 GP for a month, a middle class place for 15 GP per month, or a high class place for 75 GP per month.
I don't do well with people. I'd rather stay at the inn or something.
Sure, yeah, and that's short term thing.
Since I have wilderness survival, can I just like live out in the woods and come into town every day?
No.
No.
What you could do, is well, you could do that, but then do you remember what random encounters are like outside?
I've got 6 hand axes. I'll be all right.
Yeah. What you could
I'm going to spend the money.
If you want to save the money, what you could do is you can stay on what is it called?
In the hall?
The green. Well, you could stay inside at the hall, but it's Foxbeard's hall is pretty fucking dangerous. Because you're such a rough and tumble guy. If you get a tent, you could just stay on I think it's the Tulian Green.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it here? Thuleborg Common, and that's right up here. There's basically like if you don't mind roughing it, or you're that sort of rough and wild sort, and you don't want to risk staying at Foxbeard's Hall, you can just pitch a tent there.
How much is a tent?
It's a few coppers.
Oh, okay.
What about Queequeg might go with a yurt if that's an option.
Let's
see what we got.
Let's see here.
She's not roughing it, but
so a tent, 1-man tent is 5 GP, 2-man is 7, 4-man is 12.
Would a yurt with all its attendant wood fixtures and everything? Are you just going to consider that to be a 4-person tent?
4-man, yeah. So that's just the one thing to keep track of is the weight, because that's a 10 pounds for the 4-man one, 7 for the 2-man, 5 for the 1-man.
She'll leave it there if she's probably not going to travel with it. But
okay, so it'll be
it'll just be there on the green. Yeah, she'll. So was that 12? You said.
12 GP, for the year.
Okay, yeah,
do you want to stay with Queequeg, or you want to buy a tent yourself?
Am I allowed to stay with Queequeg?
Would you want to? She's got her skull and everything. Like it's got its own setup area and everything. Like it's.
So it's about balancing sorceress distrust versus the barbarian's natural inclination, which is always stay with the women.
Might find your spine is the perfect.
I think sorcerer's distrust might actually win out in this case.
I think she might also subtly suggest to you that her betrothed is a little jealous of another male around.
I picture that like there's a point where you walk into the yurt and Queequeg is kind of like setting up the stall and turns to you and says, "We're so glad you came."
Yeah. I'm gonna buy my own tent and wrap it on the common.
Okay, so you two guys are got a yurt and a tent on the Thuleborg Common. Velicatos, Terramond, and Nicomedes, are you guys staying at Dragon's Rest?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
living it up.
What was the cost for a week or so?
Yeah, it was
5 gold.
yeah,
5 gold.
five for the week, I believe.
I went for a week.
Okay, excellent. And Nicomedes, are you at Dragon's Rest as well? Oh, you might be muted there, Colin.
Following the tip that.
Or are you doing an excellent like reverse? What do you call it? Ventriloquist. I can make no noise come from anything.
My lips are moving, but there is no sound.
Exactly.
How clever!
Gotta put that on the old TV there. Reverse ventriloquist.
Yeah, so I'm following the armor smith's tip and staying with his buddy.
Okay.
Not the survivor.
Okay. So Nude is he's an aged man, and he looks like he's seen a lot more years on him than than what is like he's worn his years heavier than what another man would. His face is very like pockmarked and scarred, and his hair is almost completely gray. He walks with a bit of a shambling gait that speaks to like wounds that didn't heal properly. But he is still quite gregarious. He still is quite boisterous when people come in. The Dragon's Rest is also kind of like, Foxbeard's Hall is where the real rowdies go. What do you call it? The Tulian Common, you might run across people, but people are generally staying there because either they're too broke or they want to stay to themselves. This is where you go when you're kind of looking for, you might want to get some news, or you might want to get some work. So what I was looking for was, I didn't print it yet. Shoot. I want that. Give me 1 second here, guys. I want to grab something. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's talk about carousing. So carousing is an opportunity to basically get more bang for your buck, where you can get a little extra. So what we do is once per session, you may spend 1d6 times 100 GP on ale and wenches, and you gain XP equal to that amount spent. But then you have to make a save versus poison to avoid overindulging, and if you fail, then we rolled and see what happened.
That sounds suspiciously like my carousing rules.
It does. Yeah, are yours from Brood Brothers Sky Fortress.
They are indeed.
So if now the thing is you don't know what you're spending until you decide to do it.
No, that's right. You end up.
So you might find yourself in hawk from this activity. Do you guys have 600 GP?
No, I don't think so.
I've got 200 exactly on me.
So that means there's a possibility of you not overspending. Does anyone wish to engage in carousing? I don't think you've got anywhere close.
Yeah, I don't have nearly enough to actually go carousing.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I'm going to spend this time getting the dog used to me, so that's my excuse.
Okay.
Training it.
Okay, so let's grab one more book then, and let's see what's happening in town. Okay, so I need a percentile roll from somebody. High or low doesn't really matter.
I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair warning, I may be lying about higher roll or low not mattering. Velica, so it was 70?
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so here's what you've been here. Oh, 70. Interesting. Oh, that's super interesting. Give me another percentile roll, please.
Okay.
Okay.
54.
Awesome. Okay, so here's the scuttlebutt in town. I gotta start writing this shit down so I can track it. What is what people are kind of talking about is that there seems to be some new illness that has been hitting the people at one sec here. What's the name of the community? At Jernheim. So about I don't know, 70 or so miles north is a community called Jernheim, and that's near where the mining operations take place here. One of the things that keeps this place going is this incredible amount of money that is flowing in through from these mines. But you've heard kind of scuttlebutt that there is an illness that has spread there that is spreading very fucking quickly, and people are getting a little concerned about. There's talk about either quarantining that place or shutting the walls to Thuleborg to prevent people from getting here and getting sick. So that's that's sort of the thing that is weighing the most on on everyone. And then let's see here. Would someone give me another percentile check, please?
I'll let somebody else do it.
Okay.
Huge block of rolling there. Let's break it up.
Oh, I can do it.
Oh,
Ooh, that's not usual. That's not good.
Okay.
not my fault now.
These are just. This isn't like a success fail thing. This is just determining what the. If you guys want to know what's going on behind the screen, so the old Oriental Adventures manual has a fucking awesome set of charts to
Is that
do.
from 3rd edition?
It's from AD&D First.
Oh,
Yeah. This has random events for year, month, and day.
nice.
So it makes for a real cool kind of, and then like the monthly events are dictated by the yearly events, and your daily events are dictated by the monthly events as well. So it's got this
That's
cool, yeah, it's a real cool way of kind of simulating a moving world. I used it in our Barrow Maze campaign, but because our Tulian campaign, these guys have been spending so much time wandering around the wilderness. We haven't used it in this one yet.
Yeah, it's
Also-
our fault we keep running into blizzards.
Oh, I love it. The weather's quite nice here right now, so hopefully
We'll be fine. We'll be all right.
Yeah, Will's been asking about that too.
Assuming
now that-
Jason survives the knockout punch.
Yeah, really. I love, Carl's like, my magic missile doesn't do that much damage to you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what you guys have heard is the other sort of scuttlebutt is there is apparently there's an Amazonian woman who showed up in port about maybe a week or so ago. Her name is Cassiopeia. And the Amazons are known, as a warrior race. They're often antagonistic towards males. It's, for those who aren't familiar with it, they're very much the classic kind of Amazons from myth. However, this one seems to be, she's a little different from the typical Amazons, and in a sense that she's apparently here seeking a suitor. She is going and she has Amazons, they don't really, marry typically, but this woman is showing up offering a dowry for any successful suitor. And Cassiopeia has already, there's been what it seems that she's been doing is both quizzing her potential suitors on, for culture and history and things like that, as well as setting tasks for them to perform. And it's said that at least 3 Vikings have killed each other in, fighting over the opportunity to become one of her suitors.
Damn fool Vikings.
Yeah. So that is that seems to be what the most recent thing is she seems to be causing trouble, and people are talking about some of the tasks that she's asked of these people.
I'm gonna nudge Nicomedes. There is.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Okay, now let's see here. You guys have let's see here, evens or odds.
What does Gwithnod think of the whole Amazonian thing?
Oh, Gwithnod is fascinated, but he also doesn't know anything about culture.
That's
So
okay. She might not ask you this question.
I've got an
One of us
axe.
slipping under the radar.
yeah. Gwithnod. If he tried, it would be, hey, do you want to see me throw some axes?
Mm.
You're like, you can
Which
do it
I'm sure
naked
is what
too.
women go for in this world, but she might have more discerning taste.
Okay. So, Mr. Roll, I'm going to check to see what's going on in these days here, guys.
Oh, by the way, Jonathan,
Yes.
it was you offered Nicomedes 10 gold pieces, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I was going to give both you and Gwithnod 10 gold.
Yeah, well, on a matter of principle, he would respectfully refuse, owing to the fact that you rescued him and all. You know, he can't accept your generosity on this occasion.
Well, you kind of earned it hauling stuff back, but
No.
Gwithnod will accept Nicomedes' coin.
That's because
Give
he's a
Gwithnod
barbarian.
coin.
He is a barbarian.
So Gwithnod gets all of it then.
All right.
All right. So, if no one's going to follow up with Cassiopeia, then that's just going to carry on.
I'll try my shot at that.
Wow.
So we okay, let's hear it. Your charisma is
Tiamat might
-1,
have-
right?
Tiamat might have a chance.
Okay. So what you
Bard,
find,
culture.
she is, I think she's actually got a place. She probably has an actual residence because she's got the coin for it.
Okay.
And that would probably be closer to so over here, this is where the let's see. All right, I'll give you guys some quick ideas for those who have not been here before.
Mm-hmm.
So over here, this is the Tower of Ix. It's a large, kind of black, imposing tower where the necromancers of Ix are said to reside. This, of course, is where Thane Thurmond and his Rangval the Trout and his people are located. Right over here is where the Sorcerers Guild is located. Up here, this is the what do you call it? Ixian Caravansary. So this is where the like a lot of exploration and overland travel. They seem to have kind of cornered the overland travel areas there. Over here is the shipyard, where they're building his Thane Thurman's fledgling fleet, and actually, I guess, ever-growing fleet. Over here is a temple.
Nice.
This is a ruin. It seems similar to the towers that the Necromancers of Ix and the Sorcerers Guild have claimed, but it has collapsed here. This is another temple right over here to Apollo. Over here is the Hall of the Raven. This is a community of Lingot and Eskimo. So all these you see here, these are all effectively like teepees. And then there's a large totem pole right in the middle. For those listening at home, I know I'm grabbing, that's shit grabbed from a bunch of different First Nations tribes, but what are you going to do? There's all sorts of people who end up in Hyperborea. So there's this massive totem pole atop which is the symbol of Raven, and then there's a big hall that's said to have the Sons of Raven living in there. What else? Oh, the Tulian Commerce League. This big building over here is where the Tulian Commerce League is located, and the Sages Guild of Chromarium is located in this gray building right here. And I think that's all the ones we need to talk about just yet. Terramond. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's everyone for now. So, and now Terramond, I think you would know this just because of your sort of, as a bard, you're sort of making contacts at both high and low station. There are two.
Play my instruments in bars and so on. So I came in contact with many people.
Yeah. So there are two rival kind of like thieves guilds that are active in here. There is the guild, which is a bunch of mainlander Hyperboreans that. Oh. Oh, my Roll20 just crashed.
Oh no.
I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah, you're showing up on ours, so.
Oh, that's strange. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That is weird. I wonder if I. Oh, you know what? It popped out into a different tab. That's strange. Well, as long as it's still sharing.
Yeah, the stream looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, let me just close this down here, guys. I don't know why that did that. Ooh, I was talking about Raven. It's the trickster. So I was talking about the fucking thieves guilds. Jeez. Okay, so the thieves guilds. There are two. There's the guild, which is said to be from the mainland, from the city of Chromarium itself, and there is the Black Lotus Tong, which is said to be Lemurians who have come in here. And what you hear, Terramond, is that basically it seems as if Thane Thurmond, good old wily Foxbeard, is playing the two of them off against each other. So now I need to. Now, you guys mentioned as well that you might sell that spell book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Money for that. You can go to the Wizard's Tower or something.
Okay. All right. Give me un momento here.
Did you say what this like water quarry type looking thing is up here? I was kind of curious.
That is basically the fresh water in the event of a siege.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a guard's hut there to make sure that no one poisons it. Okay, let me see here. You know what, Kev? Maybe turn off the fucking water. I just noticed it. So let's turn off the water and instead turn on. Colin, did you leave a window open?
Oh man.
The wind's actually blowing. The wind's blowing outside my window, actually. I'll look over and make sure.
Oh, I bet you. Hold up. We're in town. I wonder. Oh, that wind. Whew. I'm getting cooler.
It makes me cold every time.
It doesn't make me cold.
Yeah.
There is some. Oh, what's this? Oh man, this is awesome. Okay. Here we are, guys. Check this out.
Oh, you can overlay sounds?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, I like that a lot.
Isn't that cool?
That's
Yeah.
a 3D sound. It just went from my left ear to my right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, for those listening at home, I do need to figure out when Hangouts go away. Maybe I can figure that out. But we've got sound effects in here as well. Well, look who's dropping in. I should shoot a. Hey, George. Fuck off. I don't want to play with you guys. We definitely got.
I
do that too.
almost did that last night while you guys were playing because I wanted to
too.
update my character sheet. I was like, oh wait, they're playing.
That's awesome. Okay, so we can. What am I doing here? Oh, it sounds like there's this is an active city now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad I did it now and not last night. Last night when it was so dark in here, too, I kept, you know, that when you guys ever have when you're streaming and then you kind of, for whatever reason, you think there's someone behind you. Yeah, I had that last night quite bad. All right, so what happens is before you approach Cassiopeia, you do have something else that happens, and that is that you hear from what do you call it? So you hear from Manning. And Manning has a further task for you if you're interested in meeting with him. Oh, where's
Yes. He pays good.
Yeah, but I want to see this Cassiopeia thing play out first.
Cat?
Yeah, I think Gwithnod wants to tag along, see what happens with
I'm all
Bellicata.
about this.
Okay. So let's see here.
You guys are welcome to join in.
I'm taken.
Oh well, I'm sure she'll be disappointed.
If you choose to play with a actual skull with you, Brandon, I will let you start with an extra point of astonishing fortune.
I think she'll. I think she'll pass on that one.
Okay,
It'd just be another layer of literary reference, right? Because you get the Hamlet to go with the Moby Dick.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she does have her skull with her. It's just not
Just not visible.
Just not. Yeah.
for
Well,
us.
it depends. I mean,
to be clear, I don't mean Queequeg, I mean Brandon.
Yeah,
You have
that's the
plastic
impression I was
skull.
getting.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, hold out a skull and
I don't have one of
all
them.
right.
Amazon Halloween thrift store.
Yeah,
All right.
I
So,
had a Halloween decoration skull once, but let's see.
oh, nice. Cat. So let's
Halloween store.
let's see here.
Cassiopeia.
Queequeg. So you're going to meet up with Cassiopeia at let's see here. I think at her her residence, and her residence will be probably one of these ones on the rise here. So because that's a wealthier neighborhood. You make your way over to the area. Is everyone going with Velicatos for this, or
I'm going.
Gwithnod is definitely.
I'm definitely.
Termin's like, are you
Yeah.
nuts? So you show up, and would someone give me a D20 roll, please?
Sure. Since I'm running over there, I'll do it. Ooh, low. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you, oh, you know what? I'm going to, okay, well, we're going to do one modifier to that. Okay. So you show up at this, and you can see there's a pretty fucking long line of big burly Vikings and Celts and, people who are rich. Because it's not only, the prospect of winning her hand, it's also the prospect of that dowry. That dowry is said to be legendary. So when it's finally, it reaches your time, and you go in, you can see that
I'm tempted to go entangle and just walk in, but I'm not going to.
So let's see here. What Cassiopeia looks like is, I think in the film version, I'm going through the Amazons we've already cast in this, and I'm like, no, not that, no, not that. I think we'll have her, and she's got to be young. So
Well, Velicatos is 18, so he's not that old himself.
no. So I'm thinking that she is I think she's played by Oh, you know, it's a young. I can't remember the actress's name, but the woman who plays she plays one of the supporting characters in the Uncharted games, and she was in Farscape. She's an Australian actress, I think.
Oh.
I can't remember. I'll find her name between now and then, but she's got long dark hair, dark eyes, really like strong aquiline features. She's also Cassiopeia is attended by a bunch of handmaidens, and by handmaidens I mean shield maidens. So you make your way in, and one of the women who is in the hall announces, "State your name and intent," and it sort of carries out throughout the hall. And there's people who are kind of lurking in there as well.
Okay, so he kind of like straightens his back up. You know, keep in mind his charisma of 18 goes. I am Velicatos, and I seek to win the hand of the maiden.
I love you forgot her name already.
Oh, Cassiopeia.
I win the name of.
I'm just trying to play to his 8 charisma.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So give me a 2d6 roll, please. -1.
Oh, -1.
She is extremely unimpressed.
Can we spend a point of astonishing fortune to help
mine?
Gwithnod? Yeah, but Gwithnod would like to play the hype man.
But the thing is, how do you do that then?
Well, he says the maiden, and Gwithnod walks in, and he's big and strong, and he's got 13 charisma, so he is at least a little bit likable. And he says, "No, you do not understand. This man here, Velicatos, he is one of the finest men that I have ever met. He saved me from slavers, from foul Ixians, and he is a great healer and a powerful ally.
You know how when
underestimate him at
when
your
someone
peril."
tries to not make advocate for themselves, but immediately starts trying to make the counter argument, how convincing that is, because she hasn't said anything. You're just like, no, just like I know what we got happening here, but
I understand that he doesn't present quite as well as some of the other suitors, but be sure that this is a man that you want by your side.
Okay. Yeah, so then Velicatos, go ahead and give me another 2d6 roll. Let's see.
Do I roll his charisma mod on top of that?
Nope.
Oh, dang, so -1. You made it worse. Well, we'll take it higher than 2.
Well, that's 2d4. You're supposed to do 2d6, right?
That's 2d6.
Dang it.
Oh.
Okay. I put my original roll. I'm like, no, you go away.
So I think the way this oh my god, so the reaction is violent immediate attack. Does anyone wish to try and intervene? This is it's clear from the look that that Cassiopeia has on her face as you walk in. They're not impressed, neither are any of the shield maidens. You say your thing, and then he jumps in and is like, "Come on, dummies! Look at what you got here." And I think that you maybe shove one of the thing, expecting it to be like, "Hey, come on, I'm rattling you up." And shing, 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 shing. There's a bunch of swords and spears that are drawn, and these things begin advancing towards you guys. This is about to go pear-shaped immediately. What do you guys wish to do?
If something doesn't happen immediately, I turn and flee.
I run faster than you, so
Not if I hamstring you.
So no,
I'm gonna just tiptoe out of there.
Okay. Nicomedes, are you doing anything, or just
you should try now?
I think I'm at the door. I think I'm waiting at the door. Just like looking on, skeptical about the whole plan.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, Terramon, play a song for them.
I see that we've gotten off on the wrong foot, so I'm going to, and then I just turn around and book it, and I have 50 movement, so I can go real fast.
I reach out and grab his belt and half drag myself along with him.
Awesome.
I would like you to make an attack roll, because I'm pretty hard to hit to do that.
Okay. Let's see if I remember how to do this thing. Well, I can just roll my...
You can just roll a d20 and...
Yeah. Your fighting
We'll
ability, I
compare.
think, is a 1 right now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. 1d20. Come on, critical hit, save me. Nope.
You do not.
I still
get
got
a
a
hold
movement
of
of
the
40. I
Gwithnod.
run.
Okay. So basically, like the Gwithnod goes racing past you, Nicomedes. Velicados is like beating feet. Am I taking to say that like it's not obvious to the Amazons that Queequeg and Nicomedes are with these two?
Yeah, I definitely don't want that to be
I think
obvious.
I'm definitely playing the spectator role.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
So
what I will do is once the guys are clear of the building, if there's anybody in pursuit, I will subtly put out my foot for a trip or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I mean like they're able between the two of them, they're able to escape. It seems like they're not looking to murder these guys if if they're gonna they're gonna present as the cowards and whatever else and wretches that they presented as.
Gwithnod
still-
prefers the term survivor.
That could not have gone
Back
any
to your
wrong.
tent, mate. Back to your tent.
I want to congratulate you guys. You guys are the first ones to generate negative renown with any of the factions in Thuleborg.
Whoa.
I changed my
that's
name.
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So you guys go racing out, and the Amazons are shouting at you in Hellenic. I can't remember if the Amazons have their own dialect or not.
I actually speak the Amazonian Hellenic.
Okay, so you can understand all of the horrible things they're calling you as you go racing away.
I do not understand.
No.
I'm just running.
The intent is clear from it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys go racing off into the Thuleborg, and you guys meet up at some point later too.
Gwithnod, you will not believe what they were saying about you. Did you really grab her there?
All right. So
Oh, that was great.
so you guys were also making your way through the what do you call it? Here we go. You were trying to sell those
Spell books.
things as well. Yeah, give me a sec here. I just want to find.
Oh yeah, and also if we can figure out about the wine, see if we can figure out if there's a way to.
I vote we find out which one's poison and gift it the Amazonians.
Stacking up the negative renown now.
Hey, they don't have to know it was us. They don't have to know it was us. Hey, I can feel vindictive. I mean, that my honor was
Hell
assaulted.
hath no fury like Velakatos spurned or
Scorned.
I
scorned.
think
Yeah.
you can hire a magician for really cheap money to find out if it's poison or not.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, remember, I can always.
You could hire a sage probably to do that.
Yeah, let's do that. I want to see if we can figure it out.
How much does it cost? 5 gold or something?
It would say in the what do you call it? The rule book.
Services, right?
Yeah.
Actually, have that pulled up on my iPad. Just turn it back on.
Okay. Okay, give me
Well,
a
we
second
could
here.
do it a lot cheaper than that by just getting some street urchins to try the wine.
You're supposed to be the honorable one.
That seems like a quick solution.
Yeah.
That was a
Wow.
meta suggestion.
Yeah. Oh god.
God.
We'll get to pull out there's a whole bunch of different types of poison.
Oh. Okay, so so this game has just won me over even more because there's in the livestock. It's not a very long list, but it includes trained mammoth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This game knows exactly what I
Does anybody who has high wisdom? Because there's a chance that we could just detect it.
That's me. I got 18.
Avocados, you might be able because there's rules for chance in 10 to detect if there's poison. Can we do
I didn't know
that?
I got pretty good wisdom too,
what do I have?
because I'm long in the tooth, man. I'm 40 years old. I know what's what.
Yeah, wisdom is like my casting stat. So
Is it wisdom
Yeah.
16 plus?
18, yeah.
All right.
Well, that's weird. I can't find spellcasting services.
Spellcasting services they're in there. They're probably later in the core rulebook
Yeah.
in the DM's not section, but
I mean, but would it be a spell that we're hiring the sage for, or would it just be a?
up to you guys. I think it's Seas.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that section, so.
I am looking for it.
This sound effect is fucking awesome.
Yeah. I keep looking up whenever the horse goes by.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool having the stereo effect in it too. It's nifty. Nifty, nifty. Roll 20, you did it again.
Let's see, movement, combat, advance.
Oh man. First time in Thuleborg. First time in trouble in Thuleborg.
Oh, here we go. Services.
Which page it is?
Services are.
So there's one section that's services that's in the equipage.
Yeah.
But that doesn't have magical services, I don't think.
No.
Okay.
No.
Give me a sec here, guys. I'll find. I know.
There's a section with hirelings, maybe.
Yeah, hirelings, I think, is the
Page
section.
226. 226.
Yeah.
226.
Okay. I need to make one more adjustment, and then we are ready to rock.
Mercenaries. Specialists, 228. Sage is 1,000 gold pieces for a month. Wonder if what's just a per use.
Yeah.
So that would be like 33, 34 for a day. If we can hire him for a day.
Yep. Let's see. Okay. Say, just give me. Actually, you know what?
So the sage is difficult to find except in the library of large cities. Even so, they're unlikely to become involved with adventurers.
So here is. Let's do this. The chance of you finding someone to, and this is just to identify. Is it someone to identify the poison?
Yeah.
Or if they're poisoned, yeah. So we can
poison.
do the priest.
Sure. Yeah. So like an alchemist or a sage of some kind could do that for you. The chances.
Priest might be better.
265 of the core book for poison table.
Oh, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the chance. No, but thanks though. I'm looking for something else. It's one of the benefits of having, stacking my room up like a hoarder's, library. Is I've got this stuff all easily accessible here. Alchemist. All right, so yeah, I think that there's definitely one available here. There's a minimum of one alchemist, so it's just a question of whether you want to spend the money to have an alchemist, do the test this stuff. You guys want to?
How much is it worth? Because an alchemist is going to cost like 70 GP for a day.
Well, what I was going to suggest was our friendly local guy at the innkeeper, the Dragon's Rest. We know some of the wine's fine. We could get him to taste it and see what he would be prepared to pay for, 10, however, it's 10 gallons per thing and 6 urn. What we got? 60 gallons of it or something like that.
Yeah, we've got a lot.
So he could sample it. He could sample it, and then we'll say, well, on the basis that we could secure you some of this, what do you think you'd be prepared to pay?
Not a bad idea. I mean, then we could, yeah, exactly. Let's see what that would be.
So I think we have 80 gallons because there's 8 10-gallon barrels.
We probably
so-
drank it on the way back.
Well, we probably drank some on the way back. So let's say if we are selling them about 50 or 60, how much is that worth? Is it worth more than 70 GP?
I mean, I could always, have somebody sample them, and if they're poisoned, I can try and cure it.
How does? Yeah, but we don't know. I don't know how quick the poison onsets. If there's
so there's time for onset for all the different ingestible poisons.
Hold on a second. We got the records though, haven't we? Haven't we got the records of what's been poisoned and what wasn't poisoned?
Okay,
That's
one
what
half.
it's been out. What we
I don't
have
think it
is-
just said that they were doing it. It didn't say that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right, yeah.
We don't know which ones.
Yeah.
One would think they'd have a system to know, like an X or something on the cast.
Yeah.
Well, they were probably just going to poison all of it, right?
Yeah, so
So-
maybe it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they wanted some for themselves.
Yeah.
How much would 10 gallons of this wine bring us?
Well, we can look at the books.
Yeah,
It's like fine.
the book says 1/2 gallon, 1 GP.
They said it was fine. He said it was really good wine, though. So
Yep.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
How much is it worth then?
Fine wine.
So one common wine at a quart is 8 silver pieces. And that means if it's fine stuff, we'll bump it up to like 15. So that's 1.5 gold. And there was how many? 80? So that's
minus
100.
what we drank.
80 minus what we drank and minus whatever is poisoned, of course.
Well, you did have access to. Oh yeah. So let's say. So setting aside the issue of it being poisoned, you had, if you drank a quart a day, that would leave you. There was 6 of you heading back, right? So that means 12 are gone to that, which leaves 68 left over. So that'd be 68 times 1.5. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to metagame so
No,
hard.
that's
right
a
now, but I'm
No,
not
times
going
15. So that's 68 gallons is 680. It's like it's almost 1,000 gold pieces.
It's
Isn't
a
it?
bunch.
Yeah.
To. Well, and it's
It's 1.5 a quart, isn't it? 4 to a barrel.
And
Yeah,
the
I
item,
don't- gallon. 40. So if we got 400 quarts at 1.5 each, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
we do know the chance of the wine being poisoned. What a
what
metagame.
does an alchemist for a day cost?
How much is, sorry?
70 some gold.
70 gold for an alchemist for one day,
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do that then.
assuming that we can find an alchemist and convince him to actually do this.
I say let's
Yeah.
do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got enough gold on me to cover the cost of the alchemist.
Yeah, I do too. This
Okay.
is worth it.
So you guys are like, are you just gonna take a sample, or are you taking all the jugs down? Or what?
All the.
No,
We
no,
have
we
to
don't.
take everything, right?
Yeah, we have to take everything. We got to figure out which one's poison, which
We just
one's
have to take a
not.
sample of each, and then she could tell.
Oh yeah, that'll
Well-
do.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are making your way. I guess you got your one mule. Have you given a name to your mule yet?
No.
Armageddon.
Can you hear him?
What did you suggest, Terramon?
Armageddon for the mule.
Armageddon. Armageddon the mule. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, hold on. Oops, I gotta go to the right thing here. All right, then.
What is he? Is he alone carrying all of these?
Yeah, like you sold the other mules,
He's
right?
only got
So,
so we got them all loaded up on this one mule.
I
Poor
can talk
guy.
to him and yeah.
Yeah,
I'll-
Yeah, I'll carry one as well. I'm not going
Okay.
to kill the mule.
yeah. I've got
Okay.
14 strength. I'm not like weak and wobbly. So
I Queequeg kind of is.
okay, who's the lead? I'm gonna say Terramon is leading the mule.
Yes,
And-
I can talk to it. I have speak with animals once a day, and I
Hello, Armageddon.
talk to the nicest one out of them, and so we have a very nice mule.
Oh, good call. Yeah, we've got the nicest one.
Okay, Armageddon the mule. Here we go. Boom. Okay. So, guys, you are making your way along. I have just rolled. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, guys, you are making your way through the twisting streets of Thuleborg, intent on going to the alchemist, and you're sort of chatting back and forth, and probably like reminiscing about Taramond. You should have been there. You should have seen how fast those Amazons were drawing weapons on them. It was.
I know it.
We need to blind you with fairy fire. I swear to God.
We need to see Velikatos make their way into battle as fast as he was running away from those Amazons, and
there were 50 of them.
Yeah, and at this point, this is probably about like day maybe 4 or of the week, and you guys have been making inquiries about trying to offload this. What do you call it? The spell book as well too. Thus far, to no avail,
and also the bones.
And we have our armors.
Yeah. I need to be making inquiries into the bones.
So you're traveling through these winding, streets, and this place is, the way I've been describing this is imagine like a fantasy version of Deadwood, where it's this place where like buildings are being built up and suddenly and like it's chaos everywhere. A business that's there one day is gone the next day because someone else got stabbed in the night or got murdered or lost it in a gambling game. It's a real raucous town. And as you're making your way along, Nicomedes, you're the one who unfortunately hears this first because you can hear the sounds of the people moving around and whatnot. You're cutting your way through an alley to get to another side street because it's faster that way. And this is sort of the way you have to, it's not that this is the one time you guys were traveling through an alley. This is just how you have to kind of navigate Thuleborg because, 2 idiots get, someone's cart, their wheel falls off and suddenly that just shuts traffic in that one area. So you have to, make your way around. But you are making your way through this alley. And Nicomedes, you're the first one to hear it. Sounds of boot prints or boot falls coming in your direction, and seemingly from all, and you definitely recognize the sound of blades being drawn. Since Nicomedes, you're the one who made the roll, give me a D2 or D6 roll, please. You will be rolling for surprise here.
Okay.
I have a bonus that
so it's 1.
Yeah.
No surprise.
all right.
Awesome. So, guys.
Do we have our new armors on already?
Day 4.
Yes. Yeah, they would have.
Day 4 because it's.
Guys, this is what you see.
My dog is going to eat somebody's face.
Oh, your dog, right? I got to get hold of. Where is he? Rexus. Boom.
Protect the mule.
You're going to protect me. What are you talking about?
The mule is more important.
Oh, it's a good mule.
It's a nice mule.
Are we going to do this combat or are we?
Nope. We're going to be calling it.
Figured.
No.
This is where we'll be ending on a cliffhanger here. Boom. With everyone and good old Armageddon in the middle. So they seem to be now. The one thing you can see, Nicomedes, you can see obviously that one to the right there, and you spring, go back. Rexus is kind of and growling as it looks back. Every one of these.
It's that asshole.
Every one of these men and women.
Oh no.
Are Ixian.
Yeah, it's back.
He's back.
He's back. Yeah.
We will find out what happens in 2 weeks' time.
Nice.
Okay. Get out of the game here. And then we'll make with this. Okay. Oh, come on. Exit game. This is not one. I'll just close this down. Boom. There we go. Okay. I'll stop sharing. Come on, computer. Work with me. Oop, not responding. There we go. Now it's working again. And camera's back. Look at that. Boom. All right. So for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for episode 2 of Thuleborg Tales. I apologize for the delay in getting started this morning, and for those listening or watching live, and for the delay. It's been a month or so since we played last, but we are back, baby. Now, as always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will endeavor to respond in a timely fashion. Alternatively, you can also reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, and you can reach me by email at dungeonmusings@gmail.com. So at dungeonmusings@gmail.com. I need to find a better way of describing that. In addition, you can also find me on all your favorite podcast platforms at Dungeon Musings. I know, incredibly cleverly named. Why not stay on brand, I guess? So on the Dungeon Musings podcast, you can hear me talk about a bunch of different things relating to this campaign, other campaigns that we run, and other just general gaming things. It's more discussion of on a high-level basis. There's no actual play. And if you enjoy the melodious sounds of any of our players as well, too, you can find Arlen on Live from Pelham's Wasteland, and you can find Colin on Spike Pit on all your favorite podcast platforms as well. In addition, you may notice that there is a link in the description of the video here to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is, of course, the charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel. We don't monetize the channel in any way, apart from the charity fundraising that goes to benefit SOS Children's Villages International. It's a great charity that is active in over 130 countries that benefits orphan and abandoned children. And there's over 80,000 beneficiaries for the charity. From now until July 1st, for every $25 that's donated to the campaign, and that's $25 Canadian, which, of course, regular viewers will know are mostly made of maple, and they are worth less than American dollars. So it's only about 20 bucks American, less for the pound even. Each time you for each amount of $25 Canadian that's donated, you're entered once into our charity raffle, and the rewards for the charity raffle, which will be drawn on July 1st, so about less than 2 weeks' time, is the grand prize is a copy of the Beetle and Grimm Platinum Edition Dragon Heist box set. In addition, so that's a $500 US product. It's got tons of great stuff in there, maps, handouts, cards, DM screen, copies of the actual adventure as well, broken down in a more handy to run format. In addition, we've had a bunch of publishers donate some very generous products, including Cubicle 7's donation of a Warhammer Fantasy role-playing 4th edition core rulebook. We've had Beetle and Grimm has donated a copy of their newest Sinister silver edition of the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. This one here is mine, but in a brand new packaging. There's a copy that they sent over, so you can win that as well. It's very much like the Dragon Heist box set, only it's just smaller. The content is equally as amazing. It's a really cool product. And let's see here, core rule books for the Delta Green role-playing game, both of those books, core rule books for Chaosium's RuneQuest Glorantha, and a core rule book for the Legend of the Five Rings game from Fantasy Flight. There's also a bunch of other grab bag stuff and some cool PDF stuff as well, including a PDF library for the Conan 2D20 game from Odysseus, and a 2D20 Star Trek Adventures library, also from Odysseus. So lots of very cool gaming stuff to win, and all donations go to benefit the children who are assisted by SOS Children's Villages International. So last but not least, I want to thank my players. Guys, thanks for spending Saturday morning with me. So Arlen, Brandon, Colin, John, and Bodo, thanks so much for joining me today, guys.
Yep.
Cheers.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Great. So until next time, folks, thanks again for watching, and happy gaming.